All right, folks, and we would like to welcome you live into historic Dunn Field as the Elmira Pioneers get set to take on the Oneonta Outlaws. Pioneers will be looking for a little bit of revenge after losing to the Outlaws back on Sunday afternoon. It was a rough game. The first loss the Pioneers faced in about 5 games, as well as the first loss they suffered all season in Oneonta. Tonight's matchup should be an interesting one as Kevin Teshko going to get the start. He's got a 6.75 ERA, 5 games he's played in, 2 he started, 12 innings pitched, 15 hits, 10 runs, 9 earned, 5 bases on balls, and 17 strikeouts. So the strikeouts have been there for Teshko, but he's going to have to find a way to make his way through some innings and eat up some clock as Anthony Van Fossen will pitch against him. Van Fossen is on the hill tonight. He has numbers with a 4.30 ERA, 1-1 in his decision, 6 games played in, 3 starts, 23 innings, 29 hits, 12 runs, 11 of them earned, 5 bases on balls, and 20 strikeouts of his own. The Pioneers will have to go to work and make do against a team that really was able to handle them with some ease back on Sunday afternoon. Elmira came in and tried to get the ball rolling, but just stumbled every time. They didn't allow a hit for a number of innings. They made it all the way through the fourth before the first hit was allowed, but once the first hit was allowed, 3 more followed soon after. Pioneers will go back to work here at home as they have done very, very well here at Dunn Field. The record 6-7, but the batting efforts have certainly been better than the 6-7 record reflected. The bats have been shining while they played here at historic Dunn Field. At home, the average is up to 243 right now, as on the road, the average down in the 220s. So a much better batting average here at home, the 0.87. Obviously, Elmira likes to play at home. Everyone does, but you got to find a way to make it count. And to do that, they're going to have to get through their bullpen. Bullpen has been a source of pain as of late, and they're going to have to find a way to make sure that the starting pitching gets the job done, gets them through the 5th or 6th inning before calling in the bullpen, and hopefully the bullpen can make adjustments and find a way to beat Oneonta. I want to remind you once again, you're listening to the Miller's Mowing pregame show. If your field isn't game day ready, give them a call, 607-302-8226. We're going to head down to Coach's Corner. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, so there you heard it from head coach Matt Birch. The bullpen has got to find a way to get themselves through, and I kind of was echoing him there in the pregame show. Here, once again, brought to you by Miller's Mowing. Miller's Mowing, make sure your lawn is game day ready. Call 607 302 8226 and tell them the Pioneers sent you. So the Pioneers trying to get ready and good to go as they're going to go through the starting lineup here. Let's head through the Oneonta starting lineup. Riley Hall, wearing number 8, will lead off and bat first. Number 22, Noah Cabrera, will play third base and bat second. Kevin Tully will play shortstop and bat third. Kevin Gazelle will play first base, batting fourth. Balin Moore, number 24, bats fifth and plays center field. Ben Bianco, designated hitting today. Min Jae Hong will bat seventh, play right field. Jordan Serbo will play second base and bat eighth, and Ethan Cornelius will round it out and bat ninth at the catching position. Looking at the Pioneers starting lineup, the Pioneers will start off with Jeff Mejia, the left fielder. Brody Moore will bat second and play shortstop. Preston Moore will play third base and bat third. Trey Harmon will bat cleanup and play first base. Nathan Peng, the designated hitter, will be the fifth batter. Nathan Berg will play second base and bat sixth, like his number. Kyle Richardson will play catcher and bat seventh. Brennan Dorigi will play right field and bat eighth. Quinn Buffington will round it out and bat ninth, as he will be the center fielder here tonight. Kevin Teshko on the bump as the Elmira Pioneers get ready for the Oneonta Outlaws, once again wearing those red jerseys. This time they get to wear the home pants, the white-colored pants, as, again, the Elmira Pioneers taking to the field. This will be the final of the introduction. For all of you on YouTube, we're going to stick with it and let you hear the national anthem. And for those of you on Mixler.com, we're going to pay some bills and head to some commercials. We want to remind you once again, you have been listening to the Miller's Mowing pregame show. If your field isn't game day ready, call 607-302-8226 and tell them the Elmira Pioneers sent you. We head out on our final break before play ball is called. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixler.com. All right, so as the Pioneers take to the field for the first time, try to get the camera readjusted for you fans at home. Sorry about the spinning and nauseousness. As now everybody has left the field, and we are back live on Mixler.com as the Pioneers get set to kick off the game here at home against the Oneonta Outlaws. So, again, starting off tonight's game for the Pioneers on the mound, going to be Kevin Teshko. Teshko, a right-handed pitcher from Old Dominion University by way of National Park, New Jersey. He's a three-time All-Conference selection at Gateway High School. Kevin was selected to compete in the prestigious Carpenter Cup. Teshko helped lead Gateway to a conference title during his tenure and threw a no-hitter in the opening game. Similar here tonight as the Pioneers looking to break a 2-game skid. We'll see what they can do here. As now, balls are brought out to the umpire. Teshko takes the remainder of his throws. Riley Hall going to lead things off. Hall as a leadoff hitter, 231 in 13 at-bats as a leadoff man, 5 walks. So the Pioneers will have their work cut out for him here tonight. Oneonta was able to really do some damage against them back on Sunday afternoon, as we're still having a little bit of tilt to the camera. Let's see if we can get that fixed for you, fans, on YouTube. We're trying to keep you guys as fully informed as we can. Think we got it there. So hopefully you all have a good view of it. We don't have a pink out tonight, which is an improvement from the last time we broadcasted here live at historic Dunn Field. As always, we want to thank you all for tuning in. This mowing pregame show. We remind you again, Miller's Mowing. Make sure your field's in game day shape. Call Miller's Mowing, 607-302-8226. Hall steps up to the dish as the Pioneers will look to get things ready. As now, stepping back up, Hall looks, the wind and the pitch. Taken for strike one, so a quick start here for Kevin Teshko. As Teshko goes back to the mound, he winds and deals on the corner, 0-2. As again, Teshko going back to work here. He comes set. 2 straight strikes. The wind and the pitch. Inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Was looking to catch that inside corner, just missed it. As the Elmira Pioneers looking to get through a very quick first inning here. Teshko really looking for a quick start. The wind and pitch is low. 2 balls, 2 strikes to start things off. As now, Teshko goes back to work. The wind and the pitch from Teshko outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So Teshko gets back on the mound. He looks in. Comes set, winds, kicks, and delivers. In there for a strike. He strikes out Riley Hall after the count went full. And Hall tossed the bat thinking he had walked. So 1 up, 1 down, as that will bring up Noah Cabrera. Cabrera this year has been hitting up towards the top of the batting order, 281, 18 in 64 attempts. So Cabrera looks out as the windup and the pitch in there for strike number 1. No balls, 1 strike. As Cabrera will try to put the Outlaws on base here. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Our first Tioga Down showdown of the evening. As the Pioneers look to get through the top of the first here without any damage. That one bumped forward, almost accidentally, scooped up by the catcher, thrown to first in time. 2 quick outs for the Elmira Pioneers. So, 2 up, 2 down so far for the Pioneers pitcher, as Teshko going to work. Kevin Tully, the Binghamton University player, comes up, as now he will bat the first left-handed bat of the evening. So Tully trying to extend the inning. The wind and the pitch. In there, low, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. So Tully up with 2 outs here. Teshko winds and delivers. Cut on, ground ball again towards first base. Trey Harmon scoops it up, throws over in time as the Pioneers go 1-2-3 through the first inning of work. 0-0 at the end of a half inning. We'll be right back here on Mixler.com. All right, so Anthony Van Fossen will head for the hill. Jeff Mejia will greet him, as Mejia, as a leadoff batter, batting .333 in 18 attempts. So Mejia is going to be the first one up. Van Fossen taking his time out there, getting his warm-ups from Sony Oswego. As he takes his last couple throws. And there's the throwdown. So coming up will be Jeff Mejia after a 1-2-3 top of the first. We'll see what the Pioneers can do here. So Mejia steps back up again wearing those red jerseys. Brand new. Like to see those as they look pretty sharp down there. Mejia stepping in. Mejia was a three-sport athlete at North Reading. Football, track, and baseball, so you know he's got the speed. See what he can do here. As Van Fossen comes set, he winds and delivers to Mejia. Taken inside, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, as Mejia steps back to the dish. Mejia comes set. He waits. The pitch inside again. 2 balls, no strikes. As we thank our YouTube crowd. Let's go Pios for sure. Watching from inside the ballpark. That's impressive. As again, the wind and the pitch. Cut on. Ground ball to the right side by the second baseman. Mejia will reach. As Mejia goes 1 for 1 and the Pioneers get the first hit of the ball game. That's going to bring up Brody Moore. Brody, who has come out and had a major impact since arriving from Auburn, sits just .004 behind Preston Moore at .355 now, 11 for 31 in his short tenure here in Elmira. As now, once again, hello, Cameron. As thanks for joining in here on YouTube Live. As coming back set, Brody Moore looks out. Van Fossen winds and delivers high, 1-0, 1 ball, no strike. Still nobody out. As standing on first base, Jeff Mejia. So coming back set, Van Fossen looking in. The wind and the pitch. Cut on by Brody Moore right towards the shortstop. Played on the hop. Thrown to second. Over to first in time as Brody Moore grounds into a double play. And the Pioneers are now 1 out away from being sent out of this inning. So Preston Moore will head to the dish. Preston, a freshman infielder from Sanford by way of Hoover, Alabama. Preston's had an impressive freshman year with a fielding percentage above .875. Moore steps back in. Van Fossen coming set. Trying to take advantage of that double play. The wind and pitch cut on by Moore and missed. 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. As Elmira going back to work here. Preston Moore trying to keep the inning alive. Trey Harmon waits on deck. The wind, the pitch cut on and missed again. As that one gets away from the catcher. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Pioneers do have the first run of the game, have the first hit of the game. No runs on the board as of this point. So, Preston Moore waits. The wind and the pitch from Van Fossen in there for strike 3, and that will do it as Preston Moore will go. Kevin Teshko, 0-0 after 1 complete. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, Kevin Gazelle heads for the dish as he will take his first at-bats here today. The wind and the pitch from is inside and hits Gazelle, as now conversation will ensue out on the mound as Kevin Teshko might be a little rattled there, having hit his first batter, excuse me. That's going to bring up Balin Moore as the Oneonta Outlaws have their first base runner of the afternoon. So again, coming back, Balin Moore, the center fielder. He looks in as now Teshko checks the runner over at first. Very short lead for Gazelle. The wind and the pitch. Outside, 1 ball, no strikes. So not the start that Teshko was hoping for here in the second after a almost perfect first. The set and pitch. Cut on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. As again, coming back set. Teshko would love to turn things around, get a ground ball here to work himself into a double play as he comes back set. The wind and pitch. Outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1. As the Elmira Pioneers trying to keep the score right where it is. As now Teshko comes back set. The wind and pitch. In there for a strike on the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 count. The wind and pitch. Coming here from Teshko. Outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes. So a full count here, runner on first base, as Teshko trying to find his way through the top of the second inning. The throw over to first, not in time, as Teshko gets the ball back on the pitcher's mound. The one thing we talked about it last night in the game against Newark, the Pioneers pitchers tend to focus a lot on that runner over there at first base. The line and pitch is cut on and missed for strike 3. Down goes Balin Moore. So another full count, but it works out once again as a strikeout. It's going to bring up Ben Bianco. Number 23, Ben Bianco. As now, coming back up, we'll see what Bianco can do. The windup and pitch from Teshko, high, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. As again, Bianco up to the dish here. He looks in. 218 batting average on the season. 17 478. The wind and the pitch. In there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. A Tioga Down showdown as the Elmira Pioneers now settle into a showdown count. The windup and the pitch. High, 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1 count. 1 out here. In the top of the second, runner stands on first base. So, looking in. Teshko has his sign. Winds and delivers. Cut on and missed. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As now, 1 more strike will get the set. The line of the pitch. Way outside. Thrown down to first and not in time. Harmon with a very quick tag. Almost got him. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So, coming back set. Teshko. He winds and delivers. Cut on, popped up here, so not the ground ball he was hoping for. This one hit out towards Quinn Buffington in center. Buffington makes the grab, throws back into the infield, and that'll keep the runner tethered to first base. As now Min-Jae Hong comes up to the dish. Hong this season, batting .212, 7 for 33. As Hong will look in. Over his last 5 games, Min-Jae Hong batting just a $167. The wind and the pitch, cut on, popped up here. This should be an easy play back behind second base. The catch is made, and that will do it for the top of the second. Pioneers allow their first base runner, but will not allow him to go any further than first base. After 1.5, 0-0 here at historic Dunfield. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, so the Pioneers head back to the dish. It's going to bring up Trey Harmon to start the inning. As again, we'll see what the Elmira Pioneers can do here. They did get a hit from Jeff Mejia to start off the the bottom of the second inning. So used to being on the road now, as Harmon will look to kick off the bottom of the second with another hit. Harmon, of course, can certainly launch the ball. Harmon, however, as a leadoff hitter, has done very well this year. 455 and 11 attempts as a leadoff hitter. We've tried to screw around with the focus a little bit there during that intermission break, so I do apologize if it's coming in out of focus. It's looking pretty clear on my end, but we've done the best we can, so I do apologize, fans. As stepping back in, Trey Harmon. Harmon gets set. The wind and the pitch, cut on, driven up through the middle. Shortstop makes the grab, throws over to first, and in time, Harmon will go down 0 for 1, as that's going to bring up the designated hitter tonight, Nathan Pang. Pang heads back to the dish. This will be his first trip to the plate to 5. As now again, Pioneers looking to go to work. They've had some trouble here tonight so far. But one hit they grounded into a double play and still went down. Only 3 batters coming up as Pang takes a strike, going 1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out, as Nathan Pang trying to extend the inning. The wind and pitch. In there on the inside corner for a strike. Nathan Pang does not agree. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the second inning. Pang steps back up to the dish. Pang out of UC Davis. Cuts on and misses. That'll be a strikeout on Nathan Pang. So 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Outlaws certainly learning from their mistakes back on Sunday afternoon that allowed a lot of hits. Just the Pioneers unable to cash in for a run. That's going to bring up Nathan Berg, the recent All-Star selection. Berg was selected to go to the All-Star game as a pitcher. We'll have to see what he can do from Saugerties a week from today. The wind and the pitch. Taken for a strike, 0-1. So, Berg looking out. Berg has had some success here at Dunfield as of late. The wind and pitch is taken for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. So, again, Nathan Berg stands in. The windup and the pitch. Cut on and miss. Strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. As again, Berg waiting, looking out as once again Anthony Van Fossen rolling here. Cut on, that one hit out there towards right center. It's going to get down as Berg will take the turnaround first, heading halfway to second before turning around. He will head back to first base, and Berg has the second Pioneers hit of the ball game. That's going to bring up Kyle Richardson. Richardson, a freshman catcher from Zionsville, Indiana, from East Tennessee State University. He steps back up, looking to keep the inning going. Has a runner over there on first base now. Van Fossen will try to work his way out. The wind and the pitch. Cut on and fouled away. Back towards the parking lot. We remind you, make the right decision. Insist on Gerber Collision and Auto Glass. So again, Pioneers going back to work here. Waiting. Richardson. Van Fossen throws over to first. Berg is back in time. As now 0-1 count. No balls, 1 strike. Waiting is Richardson. Van Fossen comes back set. He winds and delivers. Taken inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here. As Kyle Richardson trying to work his way through and on base. Going to take a strong effort here. The wind and pitch way outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. As Richardson looks down for the sign. Gets it from his third base coach. As Matt Birch giving it to him. Throw over is not in time on Berg. Nathan Berg certainly being taking a lot of consideration over there. Berg on the season has just 2 stolen bases as he's off and running there. That one will get by and all the way to the backstop. Berg rounding second and will hold up as he retreats back to second base. So that one did get back to the backstop, but just not far enough for Nathan Berg to take advantage. So again, coming back to the dish, Richardson. 3 balls, 1 strike count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. The wind and pitch, cut on, hit out towards center right. If this gets down, it'll score. Berg laying himself out and making the catch was the right fielder, Min-Jae Hong. Hong will end the inning with a spectacular grab as Berg had come across home plate. Definitely was going to score on that one, but the Pioneers will put up another 0. 0-0 after 2 complete. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, so the final throwdown there, as coming up will be Jordan Serbo. Serbo heads up to the dish as the leadoff hitter tonight. Serbo as a leadoff hitter, batting .231 in 13 attempts. As now Serbo steps back into the dish. Going to work for his third straight inning is going to be Teshko. Teshko winds, delivers, cut on and missed. 0-1. So Kevin Teshko trying to make quick work of this Oneonta Outlaws team. Certainly has jumped on it here. The wind and the pitch from Teshko in there for a strike. 0-2. First time through the lineup has gone pretty well for Teshko. As Serbo, the number 8 batter, facing some tough situation here. 0-2. That one way outside, trying to get Serbo to chase. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As again, the windup and the pitch. Cut on, and that was missed. He's going to tag him, and that will be a strikeout, and the tag guarantees it. Serbo goes down on strikes. Third one of the game as Ethan Cornelius heads up to the dish. So Cornelius coming right up. He will go to bat as so far this season batting a .194, 7 hits in 36 at-bats. So Cornelius comes up now. He waits. Teshko has his sign, winds and deals. Cut on and fouled back. No balls, 1 strike. Teshko certainly sticking right around the zone. He has been hot here tonight. As again, Kevin Teshko gets set on the mound. He looks in, winds and delivers. Strike 2 on the inside corner. As again, Teshko, 0-2 count. Comes back set. Winds, kicks, and delivers way outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So a similar pattern to the first batter he faced here in the inning. Serbo went down on strikes on the next pitch. We'll see if that trend continues. As now, 2 shakeoffs there. Didn't like what he was offered. As now Teshko has his sign, winds, deals, and throws low. As Teshko steps back on the mound. So, Teshko looking for one more strike here. The wind and pitch. Low again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Count is full as Teshko started out 0-2. Now it's brought all the way back here by Cornelius. Cornelius waiting at the dish. The throw by Teshko. Cut on. Hit out there to left center. Big old gap there in left center as running over to make the catch. And just talked about Mejia's speed, and you saw a perfect example of it right there. As that's going to bring up Riley Hall. Hall, 0 for 1 on the night, has a strikeout to his credit already. Have to see what the Pioneers can do. As Teshko trying to make it a 1-2-3 third inning here. The wind and the pitch. Little outside, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. As Teshko comes back set on the mound. Looks in. Shakes off twice. Now he has the sign he wants. Winds and delivers. In there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. Teshko moving into his windup quickly. Deals right across the plate again. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. As Elmira trying to make their way through the top of the third. The windup and pitch. Fouled off there. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 more time with 2 outs. As Riley Hall trying to stay alive. Hall, the leadoff batter in the Oneonta lineup here. The windup here from Teshko is delivered. Outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Another tag down showdown. As again. Comes back set. The wind and deliver. Fouled off. As that one hits off the man right down there. Right into the catcher's glove, too, though. Great reaction by the catcher as Kyle Richardson popped up quickly. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A Tioga down showdown. Coming back set, the wind and pitch from Teshko. Fouled off again. 2-2-2 one more time. Want to remind you, we just had our All-Stars named. You too can be an All-Star. Check out Tioga Down Summer Concert Series as Smash Mouth comes to town. The windup and the pitch. Cut on, grounded towards second base, scooped up there by Berg, thrown to first in time. That'll do it. A 1-2-3, top of the third. We've still got a 0-0 game as the Pioneers head to the plate for the bottom of the third inning. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, and with that, the Pioneers will head back up to try to get things going in their half of the third inning. 3 perfect innings for the starting pitcher tonight, Kevin Teshko. Brennan Derigi will now come to the dish, as we'll see what Derigi can do. Derigi from Wofford. He's a 3-year varsity letterman at Cherry Creek High School. As Derigi heads up. Van Fossen has done his part, only allowing 2 hits. No runs across the board for the Pioneers as of this point. As Brennan Derigi looks out. Van Fossen comes set, winds and deals. Cut on, right back up the middle. Shortstop makes the grab. Derigi trying to beat it out. Will not be in time as Derigi goes 0 for 1. That's going to bring up Quinn Buffington. Buffington heads for the dish again, as we'll see what he can do here. Buffington looks back, has his sign. As now, the windup and the pitch to Buffington. Inside, on the inside corner, no balls, 1 strike. Quinn thought that was inside. I thought it was too, but the windup and the pitch. Cut on and missed by Buffington, 0-2. So a quick hole for Quinn Buffington. Has to try to crawl out of it. Standing on deck is going to be Mejia. Mejia 1 for 1 on the day. The windup and the pitch. Taken for strike 3. Buffington goes down on 3 straight pitches. And that will be the 3rd strikeout of the night for Van Fossen. Mejia heads up now. Mejia, as we said, 1 for 1 on the night. As Mejia looks out at Van Fossen. Pioneers have gotten a lot going with 2 outs, so hopefully they can do the same here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. The windup and the pitch from Van Fossen inside 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. As again, Mejia waits. The windup and the pitch. Cut on and missed by Mejia. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. As Mejia steps back into the dish. Van Fossen has certainly shown his stuff here tonight as well. The Pioneers pitcher Kester has been matched right back by Van Fossen out there for Oneonta. The wind and pitch is outside, or 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1, 2 outs. Mejia trying to keep the inning moving. The wind and pitch, cut on, ground ball, back towards the pitcher's mound. He runs over, going to step on first himself, and the Pioneers go down 1-2-3. We head for the top of the 4th, tied 0-0. The Elmira Pioneers will be looking to keep that score right where it is. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, so Cabrera steps to the plate as we've still got our commercial going over on Mixlr.com for all of you fans listening here on YouTube.com. Coming back set, the wind and pitch, cut on, popped up foul as we welcome you all back here on Mixlr.com. 0-1 the count. Quick reminder, make the right decision. Insist on Gerber Collision and Auto Glass as, again, going back to work here. The Pioneers trying to keep the zeros rolling. The wind and pitch high. 1 ball, 1 strike by Teshko. Trying to keep the ball moving. He's had the chain really working, only allowing 1 base runner so far in this one. The wind and pitch cut on and missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So again, Teshko heads back to the mound. He comes set, has his sign, winds and delivers. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. As again, Elmira trying to work themselves through another inning. 0-0 ball game. The windup and the pitch. Teshko has that one fouled away. As going to work is Noah Cabrera. He's 0 for 1 on the night so far. Cabrera looks out. Teshko has his sign. Winds, kicks, and deals. Fouled off yet again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. One more time. As again, Teshko looks in. Getting a sign here. Richardson has the sign. Teshko deals. Outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes. As again, Pioneers pitching has done very well here. Aside from the hit by pitch issued to Kevin Gazelle, no one has reached. That one hit right back up the middle, sliding over. Brody Moore picks up, throws to first in time. That's going to bring up Kevin Tully. Tully 0 for 1 on the night. As the Elmira Pioneers trying to keep the conveyor belt rolling. as Kevin heads back up to the dish. Pios kid. As now, the windup and the pitch. Inside 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. As Tully waits in, and he takes one off of the leg there. So another hit by pitch, as that will be just the second base runner of the evening for the Oneonta Outlaws. The first man to be hit by a pitch, Kevin Gazelle, steps up to the dish now with a runner on first base. As going back to work here, going to be Teshko looking to get a ground ball. The line, the pitch, high and inside, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Runner on first base with 1 out. As again, Teshko checks over on the runner. Comes back set. He throws over and just not in time. 1 ball, no strikes as the Pioneers wait. The windup and the pitch. In there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Our next Tioga Downs showdown. Tioga Downs, not only a great place to play, a great place to stay. Check out the brand new Tioga Downs Hotel, just 20 minutes from Elmira. The wind and pitch. Outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Teshko trying to find that strike zone again. A little thrown off after hitting Tully. Teshko comes back set. He winds and delivers outside, and popping up quickly there was Richardson. Didn't have enough time to throw down on Tully. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here. As Teshko goes back to work. Teshko comes set. He winds and delivers inside, ball 4. As that will be the second free pass he has issued to Kevin Gazelle. That'll bring up Balin Moore. Moore, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout today. This is the first time that the Oneonta Outlaws have threatened here tonight. Walk certainly snuck up on the Pioneers back on Sunday afternoon. See if Teshko can work his way out of trouble here. As Teshko looks in, Balin Moore steps back into the box. Teshko steps off for just a moment. And now he'll take a meeting with the shortstop and the catcher. Looks as though the Pioneers are not going to wait a long time, as they've got movement down in the bullpen here in the top of the 4th inning. So, Kevin Teshko looking in. Stepping back in is Balin Moore. Moore could hit a ground ball here and get Teshko out of the bottom of the top of the 4th, excuse me. That is exactly the recipe for the Pioneers at this point. That one inside, 1 ball, no strikes. As Moore waits. Coming back set. Teshko winds and delivers. Low. 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0 count here as the Pioneers trying to get out of this top of the 4th. Teshko looks in, checks the runner back at second base. The windup and the pitch. Cut on. This one popped up here. Should be playable for Quinn Buffington. Buffington makes the grab, and he will throw it back into the infield quickly, getting it over to Brody Moore. It'll keep the runners on first and second as Ben Bianco, the designated hitter, comes to the plate. Bianco 0 for 1 on the night, as are so many of the Oneonta Outlaws. No hits to their side yet, as the Pioneers have really controlled the bats, but 2 hit by pitches and a base on balls has been the lone offense for the Outlaws. Teshko comes set. He winds and delivers. Cut on and missed, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. As Teshko trying to work his way through this half of the inning. Coming back set is Teshko. He steps off and goes back towards second base. Teshko waits. He checks the runner again. A lot of bouncing around back there at second. The wind and pitch is in there for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. So, Teshko looks in, has his sign, checks the runner at second. He will wind and deliver. That one gets by and behind the catcher as the Oneonta Outlaws take their opportunity to move to second and third. So, 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. Runners now both in scoring position. Coming back to the dish will be Ben Bianco, the designated hitter today. As again, the wind and pitch way inside. That one hits the batter, and they're going to call that one dead, not allow the runner to go across, as that's going to send the runner to first, or excuse me, the batter to first, the runners to second and third, and bases will be loaded for Min Jae Hong. So, Min Jae Hong comes up with the bases loaded, and in that situation this year, he is 1 for 1. He's driven in 1 run. So, perfect with the bases loaded so far this season. We'll see if the Elmira Pioneers can make that 500. Teshko comes set. He winds and delivers outside. 1 ball, no strikes. So again, the windup and the pitch popped up here. This should be playable for Buffington. He's on the move, makes the grab, and that will do it here for the top of the 4th inning. So, Pioneers keep it 0-0, still haven't allowed a hit as we head to the bottom of the 4th. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixler.com. All right, so with that, the Pioneers will head back to the dish. Brody Moore comes up. Brody 0 for 1 on the night, grounded into a double play his first time up. Tonight, however, as a leadoff batter, Brody is 333. So we'll see what he can do here as he's only had to lead off 6 times. Moore steps up to the plate. Comes set. The windup and the pitch. Taken for ball 1. 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. As again, the windup and pitch. Taken for a strike, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. Pioneers have the 2 hits on the game so far. That one cut on by Brody Moore. Hit out there to shallow left center. Picked up by the center fielder. And Moore goes 0 for 2. That's going to bring up Preston Moore. Preston comes in at the plate. Moore has turned heads this year back at Samford College. 37 hits, including 2 home runs and 14 doubles. He's also had 15 walks. He brings a lot to the table. We'll see what he can do here tonight. So far, Preston 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He waits. The wind and pitch is in there for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Coming back set, the wind and pitch. Cut on, grounded down the third base side, snagged by the third baseman at the hot corner, thrown over, bounces, and able to make the grab. So, Moores go 0 for 2 as Trey Harmon comes to the dish. Harmon, 0 for 1 on the night. Trey, the number 4 first baseman in the country and was selected a top 150 impact freshman entering the season. He has had a rough start to the summer. We did have him in the home run derby the other night, hit 3 in just 7 outs. So a pretty good start for Trey Harmon out there in the home run derby as he takes a cut at that one, 0-1. Now needs to find a way to translate that back into the game. Little different situation as Trey Harmon has had a rough time getting going. The wind and pitch is taken again, 1 ball, 1 strike. So Harmon steps back in, batting sub 300. As you talk to him, he obviously is disappointed in his performance, just trying to work on mechanics. He talked a lot about it in the pregame. The wind and the pitch, taken for a strike, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trying to find his way here as he's playing Division I competition. So when he goes back to Kentucky, he wants to use what he's learned over the course of the summer and obviously make that impact. The wind and pitch, cut on there by Harmon, foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes, one more time here with 2 outs. So Harmon steps back in. He waits. As again, the windup and the pitch. Out. No, in there for strike 3. Thought that was off the plate, but the Pioneers go down in the bottom of the 4th. So, after 4 complete, it's a 0-0 game. It can't ask for much more can't ask for a much better competition than this. Pioneers will head back out for the top of the 5th. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, so Pioneers bring in a brand new pitcher. Matt Busher will enter the game. As Busher, who's got a 14.4 ERA, no wins, 1 loss, 6 games appeared in, 1 start, 10 innings pitched, 19 hits, 18 runs, 16 of them earned, 11 bases on balls, and 13 strikeouts on the year. See what Busher can do here. As Busher steps back in, Jordan Serbo will be the first man to greet him. The line, the pitch, grounded, as that one was fouled off the leg there. Serbo taking a little bit of a walk as he fouled that one off his own leg. No balls, 1 strike. Serbo will get his bat back. Hopefully he's okay. Still trying to stretch out that leg. So, top of the 5th inning, Matt Busher going to try to put up another 0 for the Pioneers. First 4 innings were very, very quick as Serbo goes to work. Coming back set. The wind and the pitch from Busher. In there for strike 2, 0-2. So Busher coming out and trying to keep the quick pace here in the top of the 5th. The wind and the pitch from Busher. Cut on and missed as Matt Busher earns a strikeout here. So Serbo goes down for the second time on strikes. That'll bring up Ethan Cornelius. Cornelius 0 for 1 on the night. He and Serbo will trade bats. As now, Cornelius, the catcher, steps up. He's going to bat from the left-hand side. So 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Neither side really getting the offense going as of yet. Have to see which side gets going first. Busher with the wind and pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike. As again, the wind up and the pitch. In there for strike 2 on the inside corner. Quick 0-2 count here for Matt Busher. Busher comes back set. Has the sign, winds and delivers. Cut on and missed. 2 strikeouts in a row for Matt Busher, who comes out throwing heat. That's going to bring up Riley Hall. Hall will bring his own bat to the batter's box. Possibly that black bat that was passed back and forth between Serbo and Cornelius not doing the trick. So stepping up now is Riley Hall. 0 for 2. The windup and pitch. Inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Busher comes back set. He winds and delivers. Taken for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. First time Busher's fallen behind here in his first inning of relief. Busher looking back in. He winds and deals. In there for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1 the count here as Matt Busher trying to make his way through the top of the 5th. The wind and the pitch. Cut on and fouled back. Make the right decision. Insist on Gerber collision and auto glass. As now, again, stepping back in, Busher looks in. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A Tioga Down showdown. The windup and the pitch. Cut on and missed. 3 strikeouts back to back to back as Matt Busher puts down the side in order. We head for the bottom of the 5th. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixler.com. We've got a 0-0 game. All right, so with that, the Pioneers head back to the plate. And we'll have to see what the Pioneers can do here. As coming up to the dish, going to be Nathan Peng. Peng heads up 0 for 1 with a strikeout. As again, Peng is going to continue working against the starter, Anthony Van Fossen. Van Fossen working into his 5th inning of work here. So, Van Fossen comes back set. The wind and the pitch. Cut on and missed by Peng, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. As Elmira, looking to be the first offense on the board here in the bottom of the 5th. The wind and pitch from Van Fossen bounces away, 1 ball, 1 strike. As Van Fossen working himself out on the mound. He looks back in. As Peng comes set, the wind and the pitch. Outside, 2 balls, 1 strike on Nathan Peng. Van Fossen, as I said, working through his 5th inning of work. It's been a very quick game for both pitching staffs so far. Matt Busher had 3 strikeouts in the top of the 5th. This one cut on, bounced through the infield, and Nathan Peng is going to reach, as that'll be the Pioneers' 3rd hit of the ball game. And that'll bring up Nathan Berg. Berg, as you may have heard, was recently named to the All-Star game. He's going as a pitcher, but Berg will come up here to bat 1 for 1 on the day. Back on Saturday afternoon as the Pioneer, it was actually Saturday pretty late night as the Pioneers and Team Canada got it going. Nathan Berg hit a home run well over towards that Chemung River. The wind and the pitch taken for a ball, 1-0. See if Berg can replicate his efforts here. 1 ball, no strikes, nobody out here as Peng leads off at first, dives back in time. As now, Berg waiting for his pitch. Would love to find a way to put a ball in play and work Peng around the base paths. Pioneers have had 3 hits tonight. Nothing has come of them. That one fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike. So, 1-1. Nobody out. As Berg steps back in, taking the signs from head coach Matt Birch down the 3rd base path. As Berg steps back in. He waits. The wind and the pitch. Cut on, hit hard. That one going towards the fence. Gonna hit off the foul side of the fence. And that will send Peng back to first base. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Nathan Berg steps back into the plate. Up to the plate. Guess would be the better vernacular there. As Berg looks out at his pitcher. Van Fossen left that one hanging just a little bit. Can't do that as many of these Pioneers hitters are going to hit a high floating pitch a long, long way. So Van Fossen looking in. Still nobody warming in that Oneonta bullpen. The wind and pitch taken inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2-2 the count as Berg to be followed by Kyle Richardson. Berg would love to move along Nathan Peng. 2-2 count. Coming back set is Van Fossen. He winds and deals. Cut on by Berg. Hit out there towards right field. Right towards the right fielder. The catch is made, and Peng will have to retreat back to first base as Berg goes 1 for 2. Kyle Richardson will be the next man up to the dish. As Richardson had 52 RBIs, 28 doubles, 6 triples, and 4 homers in his high school career, batting .441. Here this summer, Richardson batting .250, 10 for 40 on the summer so far. See what he can do here. As the Pioneers looking to get another streak going. They are still in the thick of the playoff hunt, but time is running out quickly as we are getting towards the middle stages of July. So the windup and the pitch. Cut on by Richardson, fouled back. 0-1. So Van Fossen trying to work his way through the Pioneers lineup here. As again, Elmira looking to advance that initial runner. They've had batters on base a few times tonight with 3 hits. Just haven't been able to do anything with them once they get them there. Richardson squares to bunt, pulls back, and takes the strike, 0-2. Richardson, not the fastest base runner, but as far back as the third baseman was playing, he might have been able to beat that one out. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. As again, Richardson waits. The throw over, and in back safely was Nathan Peng. So, stepping back in, Richardson waiting on his next pitch. Coming back set is Van Fossen. He winds and delivers. Cut on by Richardson right towards the shortstop. 2-bouncer over to second, over to first, and that is in time as Richardson grounds and are tied 0-0 after 5 complete. We'll be back with the 6th inning of work. All right, folks, and as we step in here, Noah Cabrera heads back to the plate. Cabrera 0 for 2 on the night. See if Matt Busher can keep things moving for the Pioneers. The windup and the pitch. That one fouled off down the line. 0-1. Busher comes in throwing some heat here. As again, top of the 6th inning. Pioneers trying to get themselves through another half inning. Swing and a miss. 0-2 on Noah Cabrera. Now coming back up. Cabrera waiting. The wind and pitch from Busher. Cut on and missed. Busher 4 straight strikeouts as he has come into this game. That's going to bring up Kevin Tully. So as Tully comes up, he is 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch his last time up. Busher will try to avoid doing that. As Busher comes set, he winds and delivers. Swung on right back towards the second baseman, scooped up by the all-star Nathan Berg, and over to first. Quick out for Kevin Tully. That'll bring up Kevin Gazelle up for his 3rd time without having registered an official at bat. We'll see what Bush can do with Gazelle here. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 6th. As coming back set, Busher winds and deals. Grounded towards the second baseman, picked up again by Berg, thrown over in time. 3 very quick outs as Gazelle goes 0 for 1 on the night. Pioneers head back to the dish for the bottom of the 6th. It's 0-0 here at historic Dunn Field. All right, so the Pioneers head back for the plate as this one is moved right along here into the bottom of the 6th inning. See what the Pioneers can do here. It's going to be Brennan Derigi. Derigi 0 for 1 on the night. As much of both lineups have had issues getting on base, Pioneers have the lone tally on the board with 3 hits. That's the only number on the board, folks. The stat line here for the Oneonta Outlaws, 0 runs, 0 hits, 0 errors. Stat line for your Elmira Pioneers, 0 runs, 3 hits, 0 errors. So, only crooked number on the board is a hit, and that is 3 of them in favor of the Pioneers. Derigi going to try to make that 4 as he steps out. Takes the sign from head coach Matt Birch. Derigi steps in. Comes set. The wind and delivery from Van Fossen. Cut on, grounded towards first base. Stays fair. And Derigi trying to beat it out. He thought for sure that was going foul. So Derigi will go down 0 for 2. That's going to bring up Quinn Buffington. Buffington 0 for 1 on the night. Went down on strikes his first time up. As Buffington has been playing a monster there. Been able to get over and find everything hit out to him. Look to keep that up here as we head into the later stages of the ball game. The wind and pitch. Cut on by Buffington and missed 0-1. No balls, 1 strike here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Rapid fire through 6 innings so far as Van Fossen winds and delivers. Hit by Buffington out towards right field. That is going to get down. Bounces to the right fielder, and Buffington earns the 4th hit of the game for the Elmira Pioneers. So Buffington goes 1 for 2. That'll bring up Jeff Mejia. Mejia coming up 1 for 2 on the day. Mejia steps into the dish. He'll bat from the left-hand side as Buffington stands on first. Buffington, well known for his speed on the base pass. Buffington has 5 stolen bases already on the season. Buffington looks. Mejia waiting on his first pitch as Van Fossen winds and deals. Cut on by Mejia, driven out there towards right center. That's going to hang. Played by the center fielder, and that will be the 2nd out of the inning as Mejia goes down 1 for 3. Which brings up Brody Moore. Brody Moore from Auburn went late into the college season as Auburn went all the way to the College World Series into the semifinals, and Auburn was unable to bring home the title, but Brody Moore certainly got some experience, as now Moore with 2 outs trying to put a ball in play and get Buffington around. As coming back set, the wind and pitch from Van Fossen, hit hard there by Brody Moore, driven back towards straightaway center towards the track, and that catch is going to be made. Brody Moore goes 0 for 3, and the Pioneers go down again We're headed for the top of the seventh, scoreless, 0-0 here at historic Dunfield. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixler.com. All right, folks. Well, we're into the top of the seventh. Believe it or not, we haven't even hit 8:30 yet. As the Pioneers started this game at 7:05, we're already rolling into the final 3 innings of the ball game as Balin Moore heads up. Balin Moore 0 for 2 with a strikeout. As again, Elmira trying to their way through the inning, straight zeros all the way across. As coming up to the dish, Moore looks out. The wind and pitch for Matt Busher. Cut on and missed 0-1. Busher has been something special here tonight. Game started off with some beautiful pitching from Teshko. Now Busher going to work. The wind and pitch in there for strike 2, 0-2. 2 straight pitches, 2 straight strikes for Matt Busher. As Busher comes set, has his sign, winds and delivers. Bounced down foul on the first base line. Trey Harmon will go pick up the ball. Harmon throws back over to Busher, and now Busher will go back to the mound looking for the third strike on Balin Moore. So this part of the inning going to be 5, 6, and 7 coming up to the dish. Anybody gets on, it'll be Jordan Serbo. As now the windup and the pitch. Inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Busher trying to find another strikeout. Came in, struck out the side back in the 5th inning. The wind and the pitch, cut on, ground ball there to first base. Trey Harmon backs up a little bit, now runs for first and tags the base in time as down goes Balin Moore. Moore 0 for 3. That'll bring up Ben Bianco. Bianco 0 for 1 and was hit by a pitch. One of 3 batters to be hit by a pitch here tonight. So, Bianco steps back in. Busher comes set out on the mound. Busher winds and delivers. Ball 1, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, as Matt Busher trying to work through the top of the 7th inning. Busher looks in. Has his sign, winds and delivers. Fouled away. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Another Tioga Downs showdown. As the Pioneers remind you, Tioga Downs is the only place in the Southern Tier to see cart horse racing. Stop by, check it out, and see how that's going on down at Tioga Downs this summer. The wind and the pitch. Outside. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. As Busher looks in. Winds and delivers. Ball is bounced foul down the line. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. As Busher heads back to the mound. Busher trying to work quickly through the top of the 7th here. Busher looks in. Nice breeze blows through the broadcast balcony up here. As again, a 2-2 count. The wind and the pitch bounced up to the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So Busher gets behind again here. Unfamiliar territory for Matt Busher, as he has really been firing bullets since entering the game. Busher looks in. He winds and delivers. Takes ball 4, and down to first base goes Ben Bianco for the second time tonight. That'll bring up Min-Jae Hong. Hong 0 for 2 on the day as he heads up to the dish. Hong looking out at Busher. Busher has now allowed his first base runner of the night. 5 members of the Oneonta Outlaws have reached base, all courtesy of the free pass, either by being hit or taking the walk. That one in there for a strike, 0-1. Winds inside, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, another Tioga Down showdown. Bush stands on the mound, having to work out of the stretch as he comes set. The wind and pitch. Taken, bounces away, and is not in time. Preston Moore manages to keep a hold of the ball, prevent error there. As that will put a runner on third. And for the first time tonight, Pioneer. Busher heads back out to the mound. Hong and Serbo, the next 2 men up, tight to the infield grass. Busher, 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. He comes set. Winds and delivers. Cut on and fouled away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner stands 90 feet from home plate. As again, Min-Jae Hong trying to work his man in to score as the Pioneers are here in the top of the 7th. 0-0 game. The wind and the pitch from Busher bounced up to the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So, Busher talking to himself on the way back out to the mound. Steps back on the hill. Now we'll look for the sign. He doesn't want to walk another batter here as he steps off momentarily. Now Busher back on the hill. Comes set. He winds and delivers. Outside, ball 4. So, second batter in a row, Busher will walk. That brings up Jordan Serbo. As now Serbo heads up to the dish. Head coach Matt Birch will head out to talk to his hurler on the mound. Nobody warming. As Trey Harmon will head in as well. Birch walking out to the mound, and here comes the rest of the infield. As again, Busher has been effective so far, having his first signs of trouble here in the top of the 7th inning. So more conversation occurring as Matt Birch talking his hurler down. Busher was doing a lot of things right here coming into this inning. 2 perfect innings as he walked through the 5th and the 6th. As again, Jordan Serbo 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts on the night so far. As Birch will now greet the umpire. As conversation continuing. Usually the umpire gets out there. That's the end of the huddle, but we'll see what comes of this. As now this appears to break up the huddle. Birch will head back for the bench. As now Birch returning to the dugout. Busher stays pat on the hill. Still nobody warming down in the pen. Berg out there at second base, so always the potential for him to come in and pitch a few innings. Had a rough go of it last night in Newark. But now Runners at the corners. Coming up yet again, Jordan Serbo, 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts, the wind and the pitch. Outside, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning. Oneonta Outlaws have yet to achieve a single hit. As that one drilled, and there it is. As the run will come across to score. Runners continue to come. As was Minjay Ho will take advantage of the throw. Serbo breaks his offer, goes 1 for 3, and earns an RBI. The first run as the number 9 batter, Ethan Cornelius, comes up 0 for 2, has a strikeout of his own. And Matt Busher will now see the bullpen hop into action as Busher still has runners at second and third. The line as Connor Tech is getting set down in the bullpen. Busher looking in. The wind and the pitch. Cut on. Driven out to left field. Not in time. That's going to score 1. The second run following right behind, as that will be a 2-run double for Ethan Cornelius. So 1 for 3 goes Ethan Cornelius. 2 more RBIs. And the Pioneers going to have to hurry that bullpen along. 3 runs have come across here, as 2 hits have found their way into the column for Oneonta. Very similar to what we saw back on Sunday afternoon. Pioneers had the majority of the offense, but just had not been able to put runs across. So a runner stands on second base now as the top of the order, Riley Hall, comes up to the dish. The wind and the pitch. Cut on right towards Berg. Berg snaps it up, throws over to first in time, second out of the inning. Runner does move on to third, as that's going to bring up Noah Cabrera. Cabrera 0 for 3 has a strikeout on the night. As Cabrera steps back in. Pioneers need just 1 out to get out of the top of the 7th. And then the pressure will be on them. Busher looks in. Has his sign, winds and delivers. Cut on and missed 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. As again, Busher winds and delivers. In there for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. As we addressed the camera focus issue a little bit earlier, everything's coming through on my end. Not sure what the issue is. The autofocus has been activated, and it appears to be working, so we do apologize for anyone having issues. This one popped up, and not going to be in time as Trey Harmon and his catcher, Kyle Richardson, both unable to make it over in time. That one will bounce, and 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 more time. 1-2 the count, 2 outs, as the Elmira Pioneers trying to close out this top of the 7th after giving up 3 runs on 2 hits. Busher winds and deals. Ground ball towards the third base side. Scooped up. No, unable to make the grab was Brody Moore. That'll score as Noah Cabrera able to single in his 4th trip to the plate. So, see if that will... No, it's going to still be Busher's inning. So, Kevin Tully 0 for 2 was hit by a pitch. As again, Busher staying out there, has a runner on first. He winds and deals, fouled off. No balls, 1 strike. As Busher heads back to the mound. Still warming. Connor Takis out there in the bullpen. Nobody in the Outlaws bullpen as of yet. The wind and pitch. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. As Elmira trying to work themselves out of any more damage. They're already trailing 4-0 here as 3 hits finally hit by Oneonta. The wind, the pitch. That one is popped up and going to get down just behind the third baseman. And the throw in will not be in time. As again, The Elmira Pioneers give up a fourth hit. 4 runs on 4 hits so far with 2 outs in the inning. And still, Matt Busher will go to work. Tully, 1 for 3, as now runners stand at the corners. Kevin Gazelle, 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch. He walked in the game so far. The wind and the pitch, cut on, driven out towards right center, backed up and makes the play, does Berg, as the Pioneers have given up now 4 hits, 4 runs, and will head to the bottom of the 7th. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, Preston Moore heads for the dish, and the Pioneers have a 4-run hole to make up here in the bottom of the 7th. Moore steps back up. The wind and the pitch, cut on and fouled off by Preston Moore. Remind you again to make the right decision, insist on Gerber collision. So, Preston Moore leading off here as a leadoff hitter, 313 in 16 appearances. Pioneers definitely want to get something going here. 4-0 deficit. The wind, the pitch. Ground down the third base, just foul. So Moore will have an 0-2 count to contend with now. Harmon stands on deck. And after him will come Nathan Pang. Preston Moore and Trey Harmon both 0 for the night so far. 0 for 2 with a strikeout in their ledger apiece. Moore looking out. The wind and the pitch. Cut on this one. Driven down the left field line, but foul. As again, see what the Pioneers batter Preston Moore can do here. As Moore waits, the windup and pitch from Van Fossen. Cut on, fouled out again. And one more time, we remind you to make the right decision. Insist on Gerber collision and auto glass. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs as Preston Moore working Van Fossen here. The pitch cut on, grounded again, and again just foul. As now, believe the balls previously requested will be run out to the umpire. As he delivers 4 more balls. And now, Van Fossen will be ready to go back to work. No balls, 2 strikes to Preston Moore. Moore steps back in. Van Fossen comes set. Finally, somebody working in that Oneonta bullpen. The wind and pitch. Taken for a ball inside, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As again, Preston Moore trying to work his way through this here. The wind and pitch. Cut on, popped back up. Coming straight away back, and catch is made. Preston Moore will be out on the pop out, and that'll bring up Trey Harmon. Harmon will come up to the dish. Harmon 0 for 2 with a strikeout. To get the sign from his third base coach as Harmon steps back into the dish. 1 out here. 4-0 baseball game in favor of the Oneonta Outlaws. Outlaws this season 9-19. The wind and the pitch cut on, grounded down the third base side. So, big grab there from the Pioneers head coach, showing off some of those skills that got him drafted back in the late 90s. As again, Harmon steps up to the dish. The wind and pitch taken inside. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. A Tioga Down showdown. As again, Harmon steps back in. The windup and the pitch. Swinging strike, 1 and 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. As again, the windup here from Van Fossen. Cut on and fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes once again. And for our YouTube audience, I will do the best that I can. Once again, Harmon steps up to the plate. Harmon looking out. The windup and pitch from Van Fossen. Cut on by Harmon right at the shortstop. And that will be the second out of the inning. So 0 for 3 goes Harmon. That's going to bring up Nathan Peng. Peng, who's 1 for 2 on the night, has a strikeout as he comes to the plate. Peng looking out, trying to find his swing as he takes his last couple of practice hacks right by the side of home plate. The windup and the pitch. Cut on and missed by Peng, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. As again, Peng looks out. Van Fossen throws 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. As Van Fossen trying to make his way through 7 complete innings, despite someone warming down there in the Oneonta bullpen. The wind and the pitch. High, 2 balls, 1 strike. As again, Van Fossen has really worked it out here tonight. Been very effective. Only 4 hits allowed by for the Pioneers. As the pitch is in there for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Another Tioga Down showdown. As coming back up, Nathan Peng steps up to the plate. Looks out. The wind and the pitch. Cut on and fouled away. Once again, making the right decision. Insist on Gerber Collision and Auto Glass. Peng. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Trying to find his way on to the base pass. The windup and the pitch. Taken for ball 3, 3-2. Full count. As once again, Peng waiting. Van Fossen rocks and deals. In there for strike 3. Peng goes down on strikes for the second time here tonight. And after 7 complete innings, the Elmira Pioneers trailing 4-0. We'll be back with the top of the 8th inning as the Elmira Pioneers look for answers against Oneonta. All right, so Connor Takis takes over on the mound after two really great innings out of Busher. The third inning may have just been too much, as Takis 10.2 ERA, one win, two losses, 9 games appeared in, one started, as he pitched 15 innings, 29 hits, 22 runs, 17 earned, 10 bases on balls, and 15 strikeouts. Connor Takis will throw down his final warm-up pitch, as this is going to bring up the Oneonta Outlaws here in the top of the 8th inning. The Outlaws have a 4-0 lead, as the Pioneers going to be looking to shut them down here in the 8th and get themselves back up to the plate as quickly as humanly possible. So, again, trying to work on vernacular a little bit due to requests from the YouTube audience, as again, Balin Moore steps up. Moore, 0 for 3 on the night, does have a strikeout. So the windup and the pitch from the University of Albany product, strike one. 0-1 as Takis gets things off on the right foot. Takis looking in. Balin Moore questioning the call there from the home plate umpire. Coming back set is Takis. He winds and delivers. Fouled away. And again, we remind you to make the right decision. Insist on Gerber Collision and Auto Glass. No balls, 2 strikes, nobody out here in the top of the 8th inning. As again, Takis looking for the first out here in the top of the 8th. The windup and the pitch. Hit hard out towards right field, out of here. As that will be a long shot over the AJ's outdoor equipment sign. So, first batter he faces, Takis gives up a long home run, as crossing the dish now is Balin Moore, who goes 1 for 4 on the day with that home run and gives the Oneonta Outlaws the 5-0 lead. Ben Bianco will be the next man up. Bianco 0 for 1. Today he has been hit by a pitch, walked, and flown out. The wind and pitch from Takis in there for a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. So the goal here going to have to be to get settled right back down. Try to work your way through the inning. Takis comes set, he delivers, cut on and missed, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes as the Pioneers bullpen looks to be active yet again. So, Takis coming back set. He winds and delivers, cut on and missed as Takis earns a strikeout right after giving up the home run. So, Min Jae Hong, the right fielder, 0 for 2, has a base on balls here tonight. Pioneers pitching has been a source of issue throughout the season. Certainly has continued here into tonight's outing. As again, the wind and pitch in there for strike one. So 0-1 the count. Here in the top of the 8th, 1 out already gotten. Need 1 more. The wind and pitch. Hammered out towards left. That's going to bounce in and be a hit. As reaching base is Min Jae Hong. So, Hong, 1 for 3 on the night now. That is going to bring up Jordan Serbo. Serbo 1 for 3. 2 strikeouts. Also earned himself an RBI in his last at bat. Serbo steps up to the dish. Steps up to the plate. As Takis coming back set. He winds and delivers. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at first as the Elmira Pioneers trailing 5-0 here in the top of the 8th inning. Takis comes set. The throw over to first, not in time. As working out there in the bullpen, I believe that's Tom Catania. As Takis comes back set, he winds and delivers. Cut on and missed 0-2. As again, Takis working out there. So coming back set, the wind and pitch from Takis. Cut on and fouled back up towards the booth. As Takis trying to work his way through. Coming back set, Connor Takis back on the mound. Has one out here. Takis looking in. That one is high and outside. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. As I was just told, it's Neftali Severino Cronier warming down in the bullpen. The wind and pitch. Cut on and miss for strike 3. As down once again will go Jordan Serbo. His 3rd time tonight on strikes. That's going to bring up the number 9 batter, Ethan Cornelius, with 2 outs, a runner on first. Stepping back up. All right, so I'm corrected yet again, as apparently warming up down in the pen is an unknown entity, as I'm being told it's 14, and, well, we don't have one. So, coming back set, the wind and the pitch. In there for a ball, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Here, in the top of the 8th inning. Pioneers trailing 5-0. Coming back set. The wind and the pitch. Cut on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. I'm still sold it's Catania down there in the bullpen. I'm not sure what I'm getting from the booth next door, but I'm pretty sure it's Tom Catania down there in the bullpen. As coming back set is Takis. The windup and the pitch. Lowe gets away from the catcher. 2 balls, 1 strike. We've now guessed half of the available pitchers in the bullpen, so we'll have to see when he comes into the game who exactly it's going to be. As coming back set, Connor Takis trying to work his way through the top of the 9th here. Has 2 outs. Throws over to first and not in time. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Pioneers trailing 5-0. As once again, Elmira has had its struggles here tonight. Most of it centering around the bullpen. The line right back to Takis. Throws over to first. That's going to do it. Top of the 8th inning as the Pioneers trail 5-0. They head to the bottom half looking to get themselves back into this game. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. All right, so Nathan Berg going to lead it off here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Pioneers are still facing Anthony Van Fossen. Van Fossen has now pitched 7 complete innings, has yet to give up a run. Has given up 4 hits, but no runs to this point in the ballgame. Berg 1 for 2 on the night. Berg waits, the wind and pitch. Cut on and missed, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. As again, Berg waits, the pitch. High, 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. As Nathan Berg trying to get something going for the Pioneers. In there for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Still nobody out. Berg stepping back up to home plate. The wind and the pitch. Ground ball towards second. Played perfectly. Thrown over in time. And Berg will go down as he goes 1 for 3. It's going to bring up Kyle Richardson. Richardson 0 for 2. Grounded into a double play earlier on tonight. As Elmira still trying to work their way through. Has not been an easy one. The windup and the pitch. Taken. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0. As now coming back set. The wind and the pitch from Van Fossen. 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0 count. Van Fossen out there on the mound in his 8th inning of work. Already through 7.1. That one inside. 3 balls, no strikes. So a quick 3-0 count here to Kyle Richardson. Richardson looking. See if he's taking all the way here. He takes strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. See if Richardson can get on base here. The wind, the pitch, cut on and fouled back. 3 balls, 2 strikes, a full count. Deck. As Richardson trying to make his way through here. The windup and the pitch. Taken for strike 3. Richardson has the count come all the way back, and he goes down on strikes. That's going to bring up Brennan Derigi. Derigi 0 for 2. So Derigi some support here for the Pioneers pitching staff as someone continues to warm up down in that bullpen. Derigi stepping in. And Anthony Van Fossen with a heck of a performance so far. Winds and pitches, cut on right back through, and that's going to be another hit. Van Fossen couldn't quite glove that. 1 for 3 on the night goes Brennan Derigi. Quinn Buffington will be the next man up. Buffington 1 for 2. Has struck out. Now has Derigi on first base. Time is called. As now, Quinn Buffington looking to do what the Pioneers have done fairly well all season, and that is achieve offense with 2 outs. So Buffington steps back in. Coming set is Van Fossen working out of the stretch. He winds and delivers low, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes as Derigi over there on first base. Buffington waits. The windup and the pitch. Cut on, driven out towards right. This looks playable. It'll be the end of the 8th inning. So the Pioneers head for the top of the 9th, trailing 5-0. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixlr.com. New pitcher into the game, Tom Catania, trying to the top of the ninth. 6.3 ERA. He's got a win to his credit. 5 games he's appeared in, 10 innings pitched, 14 hits, 10 runs, 7 of them earned, 5 bases on balls, and 5 strikeouts. Tom Catania winds and deals 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. The one thing about Catania that head coach Matt Birch talked about earlier on this week says he's got ice in his veins. He can come back in after pitching a 25 pitch inning and not a drop of sweat from this kid. As 2-0. Able to keep his calm in any situation. So hopefully here in the top of the ninth with a 5-run deficit, Pioneers can keep it right where it's at. This one popped up here on the move. Preston Moore looking to see if he's got room, and that one he will look quick. 2-1 count. Nobody out here in the top of the ninth inning. Elmira Pioneers trying to get back up to the batter's box. They've got a 5-run deficit, and they need to find a way to get back into it. As again, coming back set. Catania winds and deals in there for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out yet here in the top of the ninth inning. Catania comes set. He winds and delivers. Cut on and miss. Catania earns a strikeout. As now, here in the top of the ninth, 1 out. Catania wearing a brand new number here, as he's wearing 14 instead of 5. So, Catania's next adversary will be Noah Cabrera. Cabrera, 1 for 4 on the night, does have an RBI and a strikeout. As Catania comes set, he winds and delivers. Missed. 1 ball, no strikes. As Catania comes back set, he winds and delivers. Bounces up to the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0 the count. As Catania heads back for the mound. Looks in. Has his sign and delivers. Cut on. Over there. Played by Harmon for the second out of the inning. So, 1 for 5 goes Noah Cabrera. That'll bring up Kevin Tully. Tully 1 for 3 on the night. Tully heads up to the plate. 5-0 in favor of Oneonta here in the top of the ninth inning. 2 outs as the Pioneers try to get back to the plate. Need to find a way to put up a bunch of runs in the bottom of the ninth, trailing by 5. The windup and pitch from Catania outside 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Myra working hard to try to get through this one. Catania comes set. He winds and deals. Cut on, popped up here. This should do it as Berg has a beat. Makes the catch, and Catania goes 1-2-3 through the top of the ninth. And the Pioneers will head for the bottom, trailing by 5. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixler.com. All right, so with that being said, the Pioneers will come to the dish. Excuse me, will come to the plate, as I'm still working on that vernacular. Sorry about that. Brand new pitcher heads to the mound as the Oneonta Outlaws look to close it out. Jeff Mejia in the top of the order will do battle as the new pitcher wearing Ryan Mustaller is headed into the game. Mustaller wearing 21. He comes set. Mustaller looking in. He winds and deals. Cut on and fouled off by Mejia. Mustaller's numbers this year are 8.1 ERA, 1 win, 2 losses, 11 appearances, 1 save, 13.1 innings, 14 hits, 14 runs, 12 of them earned, 8 bases on balls, and 21 strikeouts. Mustaller going back the pitch on the corner, 0-2. So Mejia trying to get something started for the Pioneers here in the bottom of the ninth. We've seen come from behind wins from the Pioneers before. 5 runs is a steep hill to climb. As the windup and pitch from Mustaller, cut on and fouled down towards Matt Birch. 0-2 one more time. Mustaller continues to work out there. Out in the bullpen, Pioneers have someone working. As coming back set, Mustaller winds and delivers. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mustaller trying to get through the bottom of the 9th inning for the Elmira Pioneers, top of the order, as they look to get themselves back into this one. It's a 5-0 deficit. The windup in the pitch, cut on. That one gets away, and the umpire says fouled it off. One more time. There's some distance all the way back to the backstop. With Mejia's speed, he might have preferred that one rolled back so he could get himself out down to first base. We'll see. As Mustaller comes back set. Mustaller winds and delivers. Cut on right back towards the shortstop. As picked up, thrown to first in time. Down goes Mejia, 1 for 4 on the night. That's going to bring up Brody Moore. Brody Moore, 0 for 3, grounded into a double play as he looks to keep things going for the Pios. Outlaws 2 outs away from a shutout victory, and the Pioneers trying to break that at the very least. Mustaller stands on the mound as he looks in. Brody Moore waits. Comes back set. Mustaller works his windup. Delivers. Cut on and missed. No balls, 1 strike to Brody Moore. As again, Moore looks out. Mustaller comes back set. Mustaller looking in. Brody Moore waiting on the pitch. The windup and the pitch is cut on and missed. 0-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Brody Moore to be followed by Preston Moore as the Pioneers looking for a last gasp of offense. Coming back set. Mustaller. He winds and deals. Cut on. Out there towards right field. Played perfectly. 2 outs as Moore goes 0 for 4 on the day. That's going to bring up Preston Moore. Moore, who will be looking to try to get something going here for the Pioneers as they continue to run out of outs. Mustaller comes set. He winds and delivers. Moore swing and miss on the first pitch. No balls, 1 strike. As Mustaller goes back. Comes set. He winds and delivers. Cut on and missed by Preston Moore. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The Pioneers with 1 strike remaining as they try to break the shutout. Again, Preston Moore looking out. Mustaller comes set. He winds and delivers. Cut on and missed. And the Oneonta Outlaws go down. Preston Moore throws the bat as he will head for the dugout. He is going to be talked to by the official there. As now Preston Moore goes to the dugout. The Pioneers lose 5-0. They will have a day off tomorrow to hopefully work on this, and then they will head for another game with the first place Geneva Red Wings back here at Dunn Field on Thursday night. We hope you'll join us for that. You're listening to Pioneers Baseball on Mixler.com. I'm John Clement. Thank you so much. Good night, Elmira.